Here we all are, perceiving uniqueness, looking for those things that neatly reflect the abnormality of our distinctive personality. And yet, our uniqueness is mostly a hoax. Somehow, we all end up in the same place, chasing the same trends while staring at the same app on the same phone. Hello, welcome to the No Nonsense. And today I want to talk about girls wanting to not be like other girls. There are several videos out there on the web about this topic, but I wanted to cover this because somehow everybody is obsessed with being different from the rest, which is good in some ways. Let's look into it. Hashtag not like other girls is something that girls love portraying themselves as. And it is especially for those young ladies who don't like makeup or don't know how to use it or somehow think that eating food is a personality trait. I mean, I have been doing it since a long time. Is that unique? Am I unique? Am I special? Okay, jokes apart. In India, parents are strict, and hence, in most households, girls aren't sent out to party all night or even all day until they go to college or something. Also, know that I'm talking about urban households. The dressing up of girls or even boys and other aspects are looked into by many parents, and schools also have uniforms, and hence, mostly teens in India don't find their style until much later. But then there are also families at the same time who don't care about stuff like this, and hence kids from such families usually tend to develop their style earlier. Also, Indian boys, the popular ones at school especially, in the teenage, are shallow AF. They'll just see which girls are easy to talk to and mingle with and stick to that set of people. They might just be friends, but that relationship tends to become a fascination for the rest who are longing to become popular. Initially, young girls try to create a niche for themselves, but not everybody is meant to fit in, right? So they come up with, I am different, so what? On paper or on social media or in normal conversations, declaring that you are unique can be a joy. But in reality, the simple truth is that being distinct is truly difficult. Society prizes similarity. Disparities are limited sources of celebration and more a motive to laugh at, haze, and eliminate. I don't mean that if you're slightly different, that is bad. I mean this for people who are actually different and are trying hard to fit in. In that case, we've got to embrace our differences, but we've got to embrace them in a way that enhances rather than calcifies our ability to adapt. This is talking about it as adults, but as kids or teenagers, we love being different as it attracts so much attention. I'll try to explain this using myself as an example, okay? Because why the hell not? So, my family moved to Mumbai, a much bigger city compared to the town I came from, and I was completely lost. I did not know Hindi or Marathi, and right on the first day of school, I knew this wasn't my cup of tea. Actually, I drink coffee, so coffee. Also, my mom used to oil my hair every day and do my hair neatly, and I blamed me being lonely completely on that. It was not because I don't know the language, not because I did not attempt to talk to anyone, but it was because I have oily hair. God, I was so stupid. It is generally hard as a 10-year-old to accept that you're boring, and who am I kidding? It is hard even now. I did start making friends eventually, people like me who fit in. And spoiler alert, they did better than me in the end. So the last straw was when a guy told me that I smell like coconuts while adding a sound that rhymes with pew. That is, ew, you smell like coconuts. And from the next day, I did not let my mom touch my hair again. And doing my hair was something that I never really learned before. And surprisingly, I could do it that day. Trust me, anger is a great fuel. This was followed by me trying to fold my skirt above my knees, and that's because cool people did it. Accepting dates from people that I did not like, as then I would have an interesting story to tell. Developing a taste in English music, something that I don't regret now, and publicizing my crushes on people, and all of this temporarily worked until eventually I became boring again because the stories keep getting old and the new ones come up. Then I immediately got a defense mechanism. So I'm not a hoe and I shall not try to get the attention of a boy, thereby successfully slipping into hashtag not like other girls. Then, when we moved again after my 10th, by this time I had grown up a little bit. But I slipped into another phase where I strongly believe that girls are sensitive and not worthy of my attention anymore. This is because I had developed a sense of humor which I picked up from the guys in Mumbai, and the girls in my new city weren't getting me. There started my quest to fit in again, and this time for completely different reasons. Soon enough, I made a lot of friends, and this time also by pretending that I'm something that I'm not. I started taking interest in cricket again, something which I don't regret now because damn, I love it. And I faked that when my guy group used to talk sexist stuff, it didn't hurt me because I was different and definitely not sensitive. Now I know that trying to change myself or trying to portray myself as something that I'm not or befriending guys isn't going to make me cool, nor is criticizing the girls who live the life that I wanted to live. At the end of the day, all the hard work I did to get these people to like me went waste because now I only talk to a few selected people I had genuinely made friends with. I sometimes wonder that instead of trying so hard to impress everyone, what if I had tried my best to impress these people? We would have been better friends. I may be slightly different, but at the end of the day, aren't we all different from each other? Not completely, though, as all girls are the same when it comes to facing this patriarchal society or trying to live life on their own terms. So, the question is, why exactly isn't it good to believe that you're not like other girls? This essentially says to young girls that they must never be satisfied unless they have earned male attention. Then we are taught that in order to receive male attention, we must be different. We must have something that they're gonna like. Secondly, this creates a visible or invisible enmity between girls. These not fitting into category girls start internally envying the other girls, and hate is never cool. Modern feminism acknowledges that I am not like other girls movement carries hints of internalized misogyny. When girls proudly claim that they are not like other girls, it suggests that this other breed of girls is shallow, vapid with no other interests beside fashion, fitness, or beauty. Third, we give young boys a chance to stereotype even more. They grow up thinking that girls are less superior beings who shop and want to look perfect for them. And if a woman likes shopping, she absolutely cannot like gaming as well. This trope only acknowledges a very strict, confining gender binary which pressures young people into fitting into heteronormative and cisnormative ideals of relationships and romance. Also, my big problem is, why can't women multitask? Why is it that we're being set into a specific category and criteria? I mean, I like gaming, but at the same time, if you give me a shopping app, I'll spend there hours looking at the different type of dresses. That's not because I am interested in shopping or I'm interested in gaming, but it's just time pass at the end of the day. We are not some kind of dog breeds so that you can just class us into those types and leave us. I am a female, so yes, I am like other girls, and I feel exactly what they do about toxic masculinity of the society. And now I've learned to respect them. I've learned to respect their struggles. I've learned that maybe we don't look the same, maybe our thoughts aren't the same, maybe our dressing up style isn't the same, but at the end of the day, we're all one. We're all fighting towards the same thing. We are all fighting towards being equals to men. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. And if you have something to say about this topic, which you should, I mean, come on, and share your experiences, I'd be more than happy to listen to them. And so please hit me up on Twitter at the no nonsense girl. And also, yeah, that's it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I have been receiving less views in the past two videos, but now it's okay. Like, I'll keep uploading consistently, hoping that one day YouTube is gonna notice. And also, I'm gonna be doing a single video a day, but the video is going to be of 10 minutes, like I have done yesterday and today. So thank you so much for watching once again. This is your No Nonsense signing off.